how's it going? It's Sophia here from Zen Guidance. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's pick a card reading. In this video we're going to be looking at messages from your higher self. So all I need you to do is to choose one of these 4 envelopes. You may be drawn to a crystal, you may be drawn to a number. We have 1, 2, 3 and then 4. You may want to pause the video here for a few moments whilst you meditate on the question, get nice and relaxed, use your gut instinct and your intuition to choose the envelope that is meant for you. Once you've made your choice, you can go to the description box below where you'll find the corresponding timestamps to your chosen pile. Okay, I'll see you at your reading. Hi Group 1. So for those of you who are drawn to this pile, let's see what messages are coming through from your higher self. And we do have the blue obsidian as the crystal that you chose. Okay, so here are your messages. Let's see what they say. Well, these are some very strong and beautiful messages that are coming through from your higher self. I am sensing that either you're very naturally intuitive or you may be drawn to the metaphysical, psychic things. There's certainly a level of intuition that is strong within you. I sense you've got a very strong and active third eye. Sometimes you may suffer headaches, migraines, tension around the third eye, which is the space in between your eyebrows. So there may be tension there or around your temples. You may also get blurry vision or be having very vivid dreams. So if you're getting any of these symptoms, it may be a sign that there are intuitive messages trying to come through to you. But of course, always seek professional and medical advice if you're suffering with physical symptoms. But it's just something that I'm sensing for you. We have this beautiful, we have this beautiful yin card here. It's really lovely and pink, so I'm sensing that there's a lot of feminine energy coming through in this reading. So you may be drawn to the divine feminine, you may be a divine feminine, it doesn't matter, but there's definitely this sense of being close to female energy right now. So you may be wanting to beautify yourself in a very physical way, but this may be kind of making over your soul because this yin energy is very introverted. And when we're in that yin energy, we're introspecting, we're not taking any physical action on the outwards, but on the inside, we're observing, we're taking notes, and we're going through a lot of things, but we're not necessarily sharing that energy. So you may be feeling either a little bit secretive about something. Now, this could be about a relationship because we do have a lot of this relationship energy that's now coming through. But I feel we'll come to this in a moment because I just want to concentrate on what I'm seeing here with, again, all of these lovely feminine colors, these spiritual colors, lovely blues, greens, pinks. So I'm just getting a very dreamy and imaginative quality coming through about you. Yes, and then we have here fingernails. So I don't know if some of you are wanting to get your nails done, maybe you're getting a manicure, or maybe you are missing having manicures. I know I'm in that at the moment, still in UK lockdown, so no, we're open to get the nails done. But so you may be feeling that energy too, or you may be doing it yourself. You might be giving yourself a manicure. So I think that could be quite a specific message, but I am getting the sense of just making sure you're taking care of yourself. Taking care of your hands is also very important. It may even be to do with your feet or your toenails as well. But yeah, something to do with the nails for sure is coming through. So maybe even that you're noticing your nail health and maybe that there needs to be more care taken of your nails, or maybe you're doing too much that is causing some brittleness there, or yeah, I don't know, but there's a lot of energy that comes through the fingers. And if you think about how much we use our hands and also how much our hands and nails say about us, so it may be something that is just on your mind right now. It doesn't need to be anything too serious, but that's just what's coming through. But also that maybe giving yourself a manicure or going and getting your nails done if it's possible may help to lift you in a way. It may just be a sense of advice. So, you know, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I am feeling Sagittarius energy here because we've got the Ring of Solomon, so which is the semicircular line that surrounds the Mount of Jupiter within the hand. And Jupiter rules the sign of Sagittarius, so you may resonate with that sign in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North or South node. But there may be someone else in your life that also resonates with those signs. But it is the energy of wanting to explore. So you might be feeling a little restless, or like you want to run away and escape something. So this may be you escaping reality, especially if you're getting into a creative space. So this could even be that you're using your hands to paint something, maybe using things to help escape. Now this could be in the form of what you feel are positive things, but they could also be negative. So it just depends how you're escaping and whether you are grounding yourself back to reality at times, which I do feel you're being called to do at times, but I think that you get a lot from what you're doing. So it doesn't feel overly negative, but at the same time, I am seeing with this Emperor reverse that there's a sense of being out of control. So, but it may even be that you feel out of control in a personal relationship or in your finances, in your family, whatever it may be for you. There's something you don't feel you have the control over. So you may be either trying to escape and just not wanting to think about whatever the situation is, or you may be trying to micromanage and over-calculate other things, trying to overly control other areas of your life because that's where you feel you do have the control, so you can put your focus there. And I'm not saying it's good or it's bad, it's up to, you know, every individual to work out what's good and what's not for them. But everything in moderation tends to work for most things, I mean, I believe. So if you feel like you're doing something to excess, then that may be a message for you to try to rein it in and create more balance in your life. And it's not to say that you have to stop something completely, but minimizing it. And those are those little steps that you can take in order to either move away from that energy completely or just to lower the intensity, to lower the amount that you're doing it or seeing that person if this is in relation to a person. And sometimes that's all you need, okay? And again, only you can know, what works for you specifically here. But I do feel your higher self is asking you to look outside of the box. So if you sometimes feel, if you are going to a place of escapism, but maybe you're going into a very deep meditation, maybe you are working on astral projection or just working with your own senses in a positive way or using your creative abilities as well, which you may receive a lot of messages through your third eye or through your crown chakra by doing these activities. I'm also getting the sense that your higher self is asking you to show yourself in some way. Shine your light. You know you're loved. So you may be worried about revealing your true feelings to someone, revealing your talents and gifts to the world, to the people you care about. There may be something that you're just hiding within, that you have all of these amazing qualities and things you have to offer, but you're keeping it inside, and there's something that's been holding you back. And I do feel it's a fear of rejection, a fear of failure, a fear of judgment, a fear of being out of control or being cut off in some way. Okay, so moving down to this energy here. So right here I'm seeing this reciprocal love. Now this could be about a romantic situation, but it could also be about a family situation, a friendship. There's something here where there's a very close connection, but it is mutual feelings. Now we could read this being in the future position. So this may be where you are headed. It might not be something that you can see right now. So if those of you maybe that have been single for a very long time, or you've been waiting for a relationship to materialize, this could be an indication that it is going to, if control is released here. Okay, but for others of you, you may have gone through this severance, or you may be currently still involved with this person. You're still very much in this energy here. But with this Emperor in reverse, this is the sign of Aries. We've got Libra here is what I'm feeling. It's all the air signs, but Libra is the strongest indication that I'm feeling right now. And then we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So again, you may resonate with those signs, you may not. But I'm seeing here that someone was cut off. So this may be you cutting someone off or someone cutting you off, going very cold, maybe even being harsh, manipulative. You know, this can even be aggressive energy, but I'm sensing for some of you it could have been physical, for some of you it could have been mental or emotional here. But this is definitely thoughts that are represented here. So there may have been some mental abuse or mind games. Okay, things just not seeming very clear, and again, just feeling like things were out of control. So again, this could have been a strong male in your life. So again, doesn't have to be romantic. It could have been a father figure, a brother or a boss, someone that's older than you in some way, especially having the king there with the emperor. So yeah, this is quite a mature energy. So even if the person is younger in chronological age, they may be wise beyond their years in some ways and not necessarily in others. But if this is your energy and you're the one that is feeling out of control, or that someone has taken your power, I just feel I'm getting this very sensitive energy from you. And we've got the word sympathetic there. So you may be someone that's very naturally sympathetic, and maybe you were overly sympathetic to this situation, especially if there was that mental manipulation on their side. You may have been easier to manipulate at that time if you're very vulnerable, or if you're someone that naturally is a people pleaser. You might be now, or you may have worked really hard to become more assertive, or you may just be happy where you are. But either way, I'm just getting this kind of agreeable sense and not wanting to have conflict. And again, you're very naturally sensitive, so you pick up on people's emotions and feelings, and you can really feel them as your own, and that's intense. So sometimes there's the energy you need to pull back to give yourself some space. But it's very easy to be able to empathize with other people, and that's why you're a genuine person. So you're going to have a lot of genuine people in your life, but if you're not feeling secure in yourself, you are going to be more susceptible to people that are users and people that can exploit people's weakness. Okay, and it's not a weakness, but it's their perceived weakness. Kindness to them can be a perceived weakness. We can see that as a strength, because it is a great strength. Love is one of the biggest strengths there is. So in the end, all will be righted, but in that very moment, it's sometimes not easy to be able to shift away and back off. But I'm feeling like that may be something that you need to do, even with that, the way that that hand is there, just the kind of stand back energy. So that might be a message from your higher self as well, to learn when to say no to something. And again, it doesn't mean it has to be no forever, but it may just be for a temporary period whilst you get yourself adjusted more so in a way. Okay, lastly, we're just going to have a look at, these are going to be very random messages, because I just put the two piles together with career, and then, well, there's all sorts in here. So it's going to be interesting what pops out. Message from your higher self. Wow, speak your truth. Speak your truth. Something you've been holding back. So again, that is you needing to shine your light, speak up for yourself in some way. Okay, and again, doesn't have to be about romance, doesn't have to be to a specific person. It could be about sharing your knowledge or your gifts online in some way. Again, take it how it resonates. Okay. We've got surgeon, makeup artist. Okay, yes, so there we go. Coming back to the beginning with that beautifying. So it may be more so makeup. It may be makeup that you're interested in, but again, it doesn't have to be specific makeup. No. Oh. Oh, it's fire brigade, but I can't even deal with that again. I'll explain that in a moment for those of you that aren't aware, but for those of you that are aware, you know what that means. Okay. listen to the signs. Okay, last two then. Financial advisor and then writer. Okay, so these could be a list of possible things that you'd either be very good at naturally, or things that you currently are interested in doing. So some similarities I'm seeing is that there's something to do with your hands. So maybe you have a very steady hand, which you would need to have if you're a makeup artist or a surgeon. Definitely would need to be very detail orientated to be able to focus for long periods of time. And with being a makeup artist, of course, there's a level of creativity that is you're able to input, but not every time. I'm sure if you're working with clients, there's going to be a level of you're doing what they want, but there's still a level of being creative, especially if you are exhibiting your talents on social media, etc. And yeah, being a surgeon, so you just might be someone that's very detail focused. Again, that may be where you really shine, and that's coming through very strongly here. Financial advisor. So for some of you, might be very good with money. For some of you, you need a financial advisor. So that might be to take off the load in some way. If that's your major weakness, if you struggle in that area and you're able to not necessarily hire a financial advisor, because sometimes it's difficult if you're struggling with finances to then hire someone to help you with it. But again, I'm not here to advise on finances whatsoever, but it may be that speaking to somebody that you do know that is good with finances and just getting a little bit of advice. So, but again, it might be something that you are naturally good at, and maybe you don't think you are. You may have told yourself over and over again that you're not. Okay, but in reality, you might be very good if you were to try it. So I don't know. Fire brigade. So I will explain this in just a moment, but in terms of the reading, it could be that you'd be very good at working in a crisis situation, in helping people. Definitely working in the health and fitness industry could be something, but you have to be very active and physical to be a fireman or firewoman. You know, you'd have to have a lot of physical strength and determination and stamina and, you know, a very strong heart and strong will to be able to do that. So I definitely feel those are qualities that are coming through in your reading. However, the only thing I will say is the fire brigade, that card just likes to come out, and I will say that it just likes to come out, and because I'm saying that again, I'm just probably giving it more energy for it to keep coming out. But yeah, it's, even though I put the two piles together, I can't believe it just still came out. But it just shows the power that you give something, even if it's an object, doesn't matter. And then we do have writer as well, so you may be very gifted in your writing abilities. Now this could be in relation to speaking as well. So you might be a very talented public speaker. You may be very eloquent or articulate in the way that you speak or sing as well. You might be a very talented singer. Again, it might not be about song. It could be, again, coming down to the hands and then creation. So you might be a creative writer. You might be very interested in journalism, or maybe not writing itself, but researching. And maybe you'd like to do a lot of reading. So I do feel like all of these things are coming through from your higher self, just to give you a little bit of advice. They want you to listen to the signs, but they want you to stay active, because that's what keeps you motivated and keeps you going. You're not someone that is lazy. Okay, even if sometimes you might think that, it's never. Your brain seems to be going at a million miles an hour. So you do have a lot of mental activity going on, and so I don't feel that you always get a chance to relax, and you may be called to relax more if you can, but at the same time, you still need to balance that out, and you still need to keep moving is what I'm saying. Staying focused and making sure that your finances are in place. Making sure you're taking care of yourself physically, looking after your health, looking after your well-being, looking after your family, but really just making sure to look after yourself first and foremost, because then you'll be able to give much more to your family, to your friends, to those around you, to your career, if you give that love to you first. I do hope this resonates for you, Group 1, and if it does, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Hey Group 2, let's see what messages are coming through from your higher self. So you chose the lovely amethyst. Okay, here are your oracle and tarot cards. Let's see what they say. Okay, group 2. I'm loving this already for you. Very interesting. I'm firstly drawn to the Yang card now. I will say that the opposite card came out in another pile in the exact same position, all very synchronized. I'm not going to say which pile it came out in, but yeah, I just love that. It's always a nice little surprise when there's synchronizations within the readings. So absolutely love it. But because we have this Yang, which is the masculine energy, so it's all about taking action, and we are moving into Aries season now. I know this reading is timeless, so that may resonate as you're watching this at the time that I post it. However, even if this is ages away since I posted it, there is still this Aries energy that is coming through. So you may be Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, North or South Node, but you may be just resonating with the energy of Aries, feeling very energetic, competitive, driven, wanting to move forwards with a project or towards a person, and just wanting to take that action and start something. You might be wanting to start a business or start a relationship. There's definitely something you may be considering, and then I am getting this sense of weighing things up, not being quite too sure about which direction to take. It feels like quite a conflicting energy. Now we do have a higher power as well. So this is about you receiving messages from higher source. Certainly reminds me of the crown chakra. So you may be receiving messages, you may be having some headaches, or maybe you feel some tingling in the top of your head or around the very top center of your head. You may also be having things going on in your temples, your forehead, around your third eye, because if there's a level of interaction or overdrive in one or either of the chakras, sometimes they'll both then be overactive or underactive. So yeah, I'm definitely getting some crown chakra and a third eye vibes here. So there's definitely something that's coming through, and you may just be trying to tap into that energy at this moment. Maybe you're doing this consciously, maybe you're doing it unconsciously. It may be happening through your dreams. So if you're ignoring something or ignoring signs throughout your waking day, you're in the dreamscape, it's like your higher self will be coming down and saying, you know, this is something that needs to change, and there will be that symbology within your dreams. So always pay attention to your dreams. I always used to Google my dreams in the morning, and I still do sometimes, but I've been doing it for so many years now, I tend to recognize what the symbology means. So I don't feel the need to do it so much, but I definitely pay attention. And I've just noticed we've got 2 10s here. So that's a synchronicity. There may be something that happens around the time of 10:10. Maybe you were born around that time. Maybe something transpires on the 10th month or the 10th of the month. Or you may be seeing 10s in synchronicity. But 10s also do reflect the reaching a level of finality and completion in something. So if you've been waiting for something to kind of reach its final stages, I do feel like you've been working very hard towards reaching some goal. Now I am saying finances here. This could also be to do with family. So I definitely see something very physical, like you've been putting in that physical labor or putting in your time to something or giving a lot of money to something and maybe not seeing the results. But I do feel your higher self is letting you know that you are reaching that point. You are going to get to the place where you feel stable, secure and happy in your family life or in your home life. If you've been working on buying a home or renovating a home or just finding a new place to live or finding a family unit that you want to be a part of, you want to create your own family. There's definitely that energy of wanting that stability and to feel rooted somewhere. So you may have felt uprooted in some way in the past. I am seeing here with this 10 of Swords that this is quite a low mood within the mind. It's a place where you feel, or someone in your life feels defeated mentally, can't go on anymore. So even though there's all of this physical action, but it's like that the mental activity has come to a standstill and just needs a rest. So this may be a message from your higher self, if that resonates internally for you, that you've been feeling things have got too much for you mentally, then there is a level of needing to step back here and feel the energy of love. Okay, so maybe you need to surround yourself with people that you care about, as best as you can. I know it's not easy during these times, but if you're able to do that, I do feel like that would be really healing for you, to be around people that you love and care about. And meditation as well, you know, can't recommend that enough for every aspect of your life. But everything starts within the mind. So if your mind is not healthy, it's insidious and toxic, and it seeps into every other area of your life. So first and foremost, if you can get your mind to the healthiest place, things will start to fall in line in a more positive way. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's not gonna take a long time, but I'm just saying it like it is. There's something mentally here, and if you think you're fine and you know you're fine mentally, then that's not you. And if you know that there's someone in your life that you're very close to that's suffering in that way, this may be the energy that they're calling you to spend more time with that person. For some of you, you might be trying to reach out to someone that's going through this hard time, and maybe you're not getting any response, but at the end of the day, you've done all you can do. In this card here, we've got, and I thought I'd use the palm reading cards today. I thought I'd just give them a go, and I thought that'd be quite interesting. So it'd be interesting, let me know how this all resonates for you. But yeah, so we've got easily hurt, defeatist, melancholy, trying to reach out to others, weak recuperative powers, and then very sensitive. Well, it doesn't say very, it says sensitive. I just added the very on there, I don't know why. Fingernails horizontally ridged. These points here may resonate for you, but again, they may resonate for someone else in your life that is acting this way. Okay, feeling very easily hurt. I'm definitely getting a strong Cancerian vibe come through here. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. You might have in your chart, or again, this could be someone close to you. It could also be your mother or grandmother, or a strong feminine energy in your life that is exhibiting these qualities. Or again, as I said, it could be you. Here we've got which hand to read. The left hand usually represents your private side, showing your hopes and dreams, whereas the right hand represents how you present yourself to others and how you interact with the outside world on a day-to-day basis. So that might be something for you to take notice of by looking at both of your hands, and does that make sense for you? Okay, but it may also be this kind of juggling act that I'm seeing between your hands. Maybe you feel like you've got, again, too many responsibilities. Maybe you're just curious, wondering which direction to go in. You might be feeling, again, a little bit confused, but at the same time, I do feel like you are powering forwards, okay? However, but again, if this is you, or if you know that you're prone to getting into a low place at times in your mind, this might just be your higher self warning you that if you don't slow down a little bit, or if you don't take some time to work on your mental health, that this could happen again. So, you know, it's very flexible. It's a mutable energy that's coming through. So I do feel like you have a lot of power and control in this situation, if this is in terms of your own mind. Whereas obviously if this is someone else, again, that's all you can do is your best. And I'm getting a very caring and nurturing vibe coming through from you. And I feel like you're someone that is always there for people. Like, you will, if someone's going through a hard time, you're the friend that is very loyal. You're the friend that comes around with flowers, or, you know, comes around and cooks a meal for them, or, you know, you have all of that energy and you have all of that love, and you just want to give that love to someone. But again, you just might be reaching a bit of a wall and not being able to move past that. So yeah, there is the energy of just, okay, you are going to get to this place, but there is just this hurdle to cross. But you have so much strength, and I feel like you have a lot of support here, and whether this is physical support around you, family, friends, I feel like you have this higher power. So the power within yourself, but this connection to the divine, the connection to possibly passed on people. For some of you, you might experience mediumship, or you might be a talented medium, whether you know this consciously or unconsciously. But I do get that sense of being able to connect with the beyond in some way. But let's see what else is coming through for you from your higher self. Okay, and these are going to be really random, by the way. I put both of the career deck and then the random astrology and all sorts. So I just thought I'd just put them all together and see what comes through. Okay, we have IT consultant, we have karmic. So some of you might be an IT consultant. You might be seeking IT advice. you might be very interested in technology, or it might be something that you struggle with, and this might be just a literal advice that you need some IT consulting advice, or that maybe you need to offer that to someone else. Karmic, we have the 6th house, we have teacher, we have astrologer. Okay, we have love yourself. Oh, I just realized we've got 2 here as well. Is that 2? Yeah, we've got 1 there. Okay, we've got vet and animal care, and then we have self-care. Yes. Okay. So you may resonate with these jobs. We'll look at the jobs first. We've got IT consultant, astrologer, teacher, and then vet, animal care. So those might be subjects that you are interested in, whether that's to actually work in and receive money for, or whether this is just an outside interest that you enjoy, whether you just enjoy being around animals or around your pets, or you like to help in that way through your work, whether you like to teach. You like to teach other people, or you like to learn a lot. So definitely a lot of intriguing and investigative energy that's coming through. So you're someone that definitely likes to keep moving forwards and always learning. And if you're an astrologer or you enjoy astrology, that is definitely going to quench your thirst for knowledge, because astrology is it's so vast. There's so much to learn, and it's never ending. So if you always need something to keep you stimulated, astrology will certainly do that. And maybe you are aware of that if you're into astrology. However, it might just be something that one day you do get into. Maybe you've just started looking into it. But definitely very interesting. And the same with IT consulting. It might just be that you work through, communications or in tech support or something very technical there for sure. And so now looking at, we've got the 6th house, which is the house of Virgo. So you may resonate with that sign. And it's the house of work, and it's the house of service, and it is also the house of pets. Okay, so again, more animal energy that's coming through. This might be a sign from your higher self to let you know to spend more time in nature and with animals, whether that's your animals or whether you know someone with a dog and you can go and walk that dog. There is that website, I think it's a UK, but I'm sure they probably have it in other places, like Walk My Dog app or something. Where you can opt to walk people's dogs, because there are lots of people that are either stuck in or their health isn't the best, but their dogs need walking. So that could be something. If you feel like you love dogs and you just want to spend time with them, that could be an idea. You may hate that idea, I don't know, I'm just putting it out there. But this is also about providing a service. So you might be a carer or work as a doctor or a nurse. I do see some kind of healing profession and wanting to help people. I feel like you like to be of service to others. Again, you like to feel like you're useful. You can't stand to just kind of be there as a fly on the wall. You want to be right there in the center, stuck in the mud, getting involved and doing practical things that make other people feel good. But sometimes you may question what even makes you feel good when you're doing so much for other people. It's sometimes hard to realize, what is it that I actually enjoy just for me, where I'm not helping necessarily anybody, I'm not receiving money for, what do I really enjoy? So that might be something that you are questioning yourself about right now, or maybe you realize, oh, there's a million things I enjoy, trust me, I just wish I had more time to do them. Okay, so take that how it resonates. But with self-care, that's definitely letting you know that you do need to look after yourself first. And I think that we went over that earlier, so I won't go over it again. Make sure you are taking care of you first and foremost and having that balance within your life, okay? So if you're giving a lot to others, make sure you're giving that same amount back to you. And it's really important that you do that to feel the energy of love, because you have to feel it within yourself first, then you can feel it and receive it and give it to others in a more meaningful way that is not going to drain you. Okay, love yourself. The fact that we have love yourself and self-care, this is definitely about the energy of, this is you time now. This is your time to do what you want to do. And again, that makes sense with Aries energy too, because Aries is like the child of the zodiac. It's the first sign. Aries likes to move forwards, isn't really thinking about anybody else, is more selfishly motivated. Now, that's not to say Aries is a selfish sign. It's not overall, but it is more of a sign of, full steam ahead. okay? You know, when a train is going full steam ahead, it's not waiting for anybody to get on. Once it's going, that's it, it's gone, okay? So that's the energy that I'm seeing. And I just feel if you can give that energy more to you, then you're just going to succeed all of your expectations, I feel. Even more. I think you do a lot more than maybe the average person does in a day-to-day. Like you're always on the go, and maybe you like to enjoy like routine, but there is something karmic here, and I'm feeling the energy of Saturn come through here as well, but also North Node. Maybe check your North or South Node. There might be aspects happening, afflicting them right now, or we might be in the energy of your North Node in Gemini. So maybe something to check there. But this does show that there's something karmic happening. So what's going on right now in your life was divinely guided, okay? And the outcome is going to last a lifetime. Okay, now that can be a little daunting, but just go with the flow, go with the energy, because it's not going to steer you wrong if this is your life's path and destiny. Okay, and sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone. If we want to change our reality, we have to change what we're doing. We have to change our routine, even if it's only minimally. Just something that has to change. If you want to see that change reflected back to you, you need to put that change out there first, okay? So I do hope that this resonated for you, group 2, and if it did or does, please let me know down in the comments below, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Hey group 3, let's see what messages are coming through from your higher self. And you chose this lovely blue. I can't remember the name of this exact crystal, but we'll call it Beautiful Bluey. Okay, you can see it in the light there. Isn't it gorgeous? So let's see. What are your messages saying? So if we look at the top energy here, the top layer of cards, we've got breathe. So this is about taking some time to meditate, to be more present. This may be what you're doing now, but this may be a sign from your higher self to let you know that you may need to take a breather in something. You need to take a time out. Or it may be that you need to block something or someone else out. Take a breather from a situation or someone. Truth to be told, you may want to express yourself in some way. You may be feeling stifled, or that you can't open up about something. It may be that you've already spoken your truth, or that someone has already spoken their truth to you. And now these are the ramifications of that, because, I mean, we'll get to this tower in a minute. This is very intense, okay? But at the top here, we have you are healed. Miracles are free. So you may be experiencing a lot of healing right now. And in order to go through a healing, there had to have been a pain. Whether that was a physical pain or affliction, or whether this was a mental pain, an emotional pain. There's something that has triggered something that needs healing. So either that you are needing the healing, or it's something that you are currently going through right now. So I'm drawn to this energy here, the Mount of Apollo. So we've got these palm reading cards here, so you can take this literally. You may resonate with these indications in the cards, or just what's coming through in that energy. So I'll let you know what it says. A developed mount. So the mount is like this sort of fleshy part underneath the second joint of the finger here, around where the knuckles would be on the other side. So a developed mount indicates an interest in the world around you. You enjoy competition, affection, and entertaining. A non-existent mount indicates you lack imagination. So, and it's the ring finger here. So depending on how much of a mount that is. Interesting. Okay, and then we have knobbly knuckles. So knobbly fingers with prominent knuckles, not through arthritis, indicates strong problem-solving abilities. You are a logical thinker who takes time to carefully assess each situation. Large knuckles suggest patience who don't like conflict, as you want stability. You don't express your feelings easily. Knotty joints are found frequently on the fingers of people with philosophical hands. So you might be interested in philosophy, or maybe you're very good at speaking in a philosophical manner. But you may resonate with those points about being a logical or an analytical thinker. You may be very good at looking at the fine details of things. you may be better with situations that are black and white. Maybe you sometimes struggle to read between the lines. Okay, maybe it's the complete opposite of that. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm definitely seeing more of an active energy within you rather than that introverted yin. I'm seeing more yang come through here. And there's a curiosity to you as well. So you might even be born on like a waxing crescent moon or something. So feeling that need to sort of open up, to dig deep. And maybe you struggled a lot in the past in your life, and now things are starting to get better. And, you know, again, that's the energy of that waxing crescent moon. The light is starting to shine again, and maybe you're always chasing the light. Maybe you do like to be in the spotlight as well. There's a strong Leo energy that is coming through, so you may resonate with the sign of Leo in your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, South or North Node. But you just may resonate with the energy of wanting to be in the spotlight or wanting to receive the recognition and reward for your gifts, your abilities, your talents, your efforts, all of the hard work that you put in. I just see you wanting to celebrate, and I see you being a very social person, so you may really like to socialize, and maybe you have strong Sagittarius there in that energy of just wanting to be everywhere and wanting to meet new people and to explore new things. And I just see this like going to events here. And now this can also indicate a wedding or a marriage, be a wedding that you are having yourself or you're attending or something, or some kind of a celebration, or moving in with someone, or moving countries, going on a holiday. But it's definitely a very happy, let's celebrate and have fun. And it's more of a union. This isn't really like an independent celebration. It does feel like there are other people that are involved in this. But then the Tower, I mean, that is very intense, it's explosive. So I don't know if there was a big argument or whether something came crashing down, okay? And something moved very, very quickly. So someone may have run away from a marriage. Okay, maybe this could have been you, this could have been someone else, okay? And again, it doesn't have to be a marriage, could be just a cohabiting situation or an event that just went horribly wrong. And then this energy of, let's get out of here, okay? Something about that. Well, please let me know in the comments if that makes sense, because I can't really make too much sense of it, but something definitely feels like a huge shift, something big that is changed here. And maybe this was a welcome change, maybe this wasn't. This is definitely the most, I would say, mysterious reading. I'm not getting sometimes there's clear messages from that, so I do feel like there's something that is hidden here, like your subconscious is purposefully keeping something from you, which is strange. I don't often get that, but it may be that you're not ready for something. Maybe this is very fresh, maybe it's very raw, whatever happened, and you need to take some time. Like I said, if this was a career, maybe this could have been a severing, a jumping ship, okay? But there's definitely something that, yeah, I just feel needs to come through, but maybe there just needs to be a little bit more time to go through some healing. So that may just be what needs to happen. First and foremost is healing, relaxation. Lovely, yeah. And then we have the 4th house, the 9th house. So we've got Sagittarius there, and we've got Cancer. All right, that one wants to come out. We have, you have the Wisdom. I know these are going to be really random, by the way. There are some random career ones in here. So again, they may resonate, they may not. Okay, got soulmate. Right. And don't worry that they're reversed. Some people get really funny about certain reversals. Like, I read the ones I want to in reverse. I have certain cards that I read in reverse, and I go with my intuition first and foremost anyway. What? Okay. All right, that'll do. Okay, no, that one wanted to come out as well. Oh my God. Okay, wow. All right then. Let's have a look. But this is now becoming a little clearer. So, yeah, we've got interior designer, we've got fashion designer, and we've got fashion industry. So I'd be blown away if you don't have an interest in fashion or interiors, or whether you work in that industry, okay? Please blow me down if that is the case, if you hate all of that stuff, because that's so crazy that they all came out. That's why I like to use them, okay? Because you never know. But it may be something that you're naturally gifted at, that you know of, or that maybe you don't know. But there is this sense of being able to look at things in such a way. There is this, you have this acute eye for fashion, for detail, for style, and how things are put together. And maybe you're very good at color schemes. And this makes sense here with this home. So this could be that home renovation or something that you've been very interested in, or redoing your wardrobe, or maybe you're doing some DIY or some creating of some kind. So definitely the fact that it's coming through as a message from your higher self. So there's something about that. What does it mean? Because we've got soulmates here. Maybe that your soulmate works within that arena. Maybe that you'll meet your soulmate at an event, an interior design event, a fashion industry event. Again, doesn't have to be. It may even be an event where people just dress up, get really extra about it, So there could be something like that. So it might just be a night out with your friends. But maybe you all just love to, really make an effort. I'm just getting this energy of like stepping out of a car and being like, I've arrived. Whatever this party is, whatever's going on here, it just feels like, yeah, we've got all of the houses. Oh my God, I just realized as well. I know, obviously we're talking about the astrological houses, but houses, definitely something to do with a house for you guys. So this might be a moving of situations. Maybe you're happy where you are and then it's time for a change, or you're relocating or something, but there's definitely something to do with a home here, and that might be something that is on the forefront of your mind. It may be that things have felt like they came crashing down at home in the past or in the present, but definitely a lot going on when it comes to a house, home. Okay, but then 9th house is about exploration and long distance travel, higher learning. 7th house is relationships, how you relate to others, other people, how you treat other people. 2nd house is material gains, material wealth. 4th house is, the literal home, your family, your mother, your children. So there may be something that's resonated within those areas as well here. And yes, but the fact there's something to do with your soulmate. So whether you've been with that soulmate and it already came crashing down, or whether something happened and you're now on the path to meet this soulmate. I think, of course, it totally depends on your own personal situation. This is a general reading. So you're going to have to take what resonates, but there's definitely something to do with your soulmate that your higher self wants you to know. So if you're on your own, currently, don't feel like you've met your soulmate. This may be your higher self letting you know that you are going to meet that person. You are going to either move in, you're going to get married, you're going to meet at some event, quite possibly. And with you have the wisdom, it's like you may already know this person. So you may already have that knowledge of that person and the situation that's to be. Okay, but at the moment it just feels like there's stillness, and it's like that's where it needs to be right now in order for things to manifest for you. I feel that just take a little break, take some time out, whether that's just taking some time out in your mind and meditating, or spending time in nature and stillness, or just taking a break from something. But there's certainly healing that needs to happen here, but then I do feel like things are going to start to pick up again for you. So I hope that this resonates for you. Please let me know down in the comments below if it does, and please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care. Hey group 4. So for those of you who chose this pile and the lovely Dalmatian Jasper, let's see what your higher self wants you to know. Let's take a look at your cards. Okay, so group 4. So the first thing I am drawn to here is this energy of be calm, and trust comes from within. So you may be in a place where you're overthinking things right now. You're digging really deep, and maybe there's a lot of criticism here, criticism of yourself or inner criticism, because with this energy here, we've got this palm reading card, fingernails. Both of them are fingernails, by the way, and there's lots of different ones in this deck. Argumentative and stubborn, don't take too well to criticism, prefer your own way, prefer security and stability, lover of routine and practical. And this is if you have wide fingernails. So you may resonate with the wide fingernails or the traits that go along with the wide fingernails. But yeah, so you might be a very practical and routine and structure orientated type of person, like a type A personality. You may have strong Capricorn energy. Capricorns are one of the most determined and hardworking of all the signs, and they have that longevity. They can push themselves and have all of that discipline. So that might be you resonating with that energy, feeling very disciplined and working hard to walk towards something. However, that might be your higher self telling you this might be something that you need more of. Again, only you can know on a personal level how that resonates for you. Okay, so this is either yourself, your higher self saying you need to be more assertive and you need to stand up for yourself and you need to get more structure and routine in your life. So if you are feeling very scattered at the moment, or whether that's just the way that you are, it may be your higher self saying that you can refine things to make things easier for you. However, if this is the way that you are naturally, this may be your higher self saying just maybe take a break for a moment from the routine. You might need a holiday if possible where you're located, or just a week off work, or even an hour at the end of every day just to have alone time and solitude. But there's something there where it feels out of balance, so you'll know which way around that is for you. And then we have fingernails that are small, act on impulse, push yourself too far, burn the candle at both ends, quick-tempered, active and fast-paced mind. Yeah. So yeah, you might be going in overdrive in your mind, 1,000,000 miles an hour. You know, going from one thing to the next, between worlds. So you may be between different thoughts, you might be between jobs, between partnerships, okay? But there's something here where you are transitioning, okay? You might be taking up a new exercise regime or diet, or working on your physical health and trying to improve yourself, you know, coming out from the shell and emerging from the chrysalis as this beautiful butterfly, or in this case, this beautiful flamingo. Okay, so for some of you, you might be working on that physical appearance. But for others of you, you might have a quick temper. You might be quick to anger. But I'm sensing it is that energy of, again, acting on impulse, quick temper, but then it dissipates as quickly as you enrage. Okay, so you get to this point, you get really angry, but then like very quickly you come back down again. So there isn't this holding on to or this lingering anger, but then you may feel guilty about that as well afterwards. Okay, now if that's not your energy, that could be someone else's in your life. That could be a partner, a friend, a family member, a work colleague, or a boss, or someone who is very angry around you. Okay, so again, take what resonates. Now here we've got the Seven of Swords. Now this isn't the nicest of energy, especially in combination with the devil here. However, the good thing is the devil's in reverse. So this is about letting go of something toxic, but there was some deceit here, some lies, possibly a betrayal. Okay, and again, this can even be self-deceit. Okay, if you felt your mind is not always in the healthiest of places, it may be these were negative thought cycles, or an addiction to something or someone, okay, or dealing with someone that has these addictive tendencies. But that feels like it's left in the past. That feels like that energy is severed now. It feels like whatever that devil was infiltrating here is now kaput, okay, it's done. We have the Lovers here reversed. It seems like this is over. There's something here. There is a separation, okay. It can feel very painful. It can feel like a loss. This could be a twin flame, could be a soulmate, okay, but I'm getting more twin flame energy. If this is, it just feels like there's this person you mirrored each other in a lot of ways, and so there are a lot of similarities between you, but there is this disconnection. So whether this is a physical separation, it could be a long distance relationship, whether this is an emotional severing, maybe you sit next to each other every night, but you don't feel like your souls are connected, or your minds, maybe you never speak to this person. Okay, there's something here that feels like a severance, and this could even be stalking energy. Okay, keeping an eye on this person, or going over and over the situation, lying to yourself about the situation, or someone lying to you, giving you false hope. Okay, But then we do have time to go as well. So again, this could be your energy walking away from a situation, or this could be someone else's. But you know what? I am getting more so strongly that this is about you, and your higher self wants you to know that it is time to go. Okay, even though you feel between worlds, you may feel stuck at this moment, but it is time to move on. Okay, it may be that you need to spend a little bit more time healing, finding your calm space, especially as calm as you can see is between these two energies of, you know, argumentative and stubborn, you know, don't take well to criticism, acting on impulse, quick-tempered. There needs to be some serenity and peace there in the middle. And maybe this is what you're heading towards. You're leaving a situation, you're moving towards peace, okay? I'm going to pull some of these cards now. There are some random career ones in here as well. I just thought I'd just put them all together, you know, because it's actually quite fun. I quite enjoy this. Let me know in the comments if you do enjoy this, guys. So, okay. Mental health. Technology. That was way too many. Right. You have the wisdom, soulmate. Oh, yeah, too many. I'll take this one because that one fell on the floor. We've got Kara. Oh, nurse. Be honest. God. Okay. Fire brigades. Again, those of you who are regular listeners of mine just know that this one likes to come out quite frequently, but I will always explain because it may resonate for someone. You may work in the fire service. You may like to put out fires, literally or figuratively. Okay, it's definitely a very passionate energy. It would make sense with the energy that you have, especially if you do have anger within you at times. Maybe you need to do something that's very physical that helps burn off some of that angry energy, okay? So that might be something that you're very good at, and being in a situation that is chaotic and, you know, that is high stress, you know, a situation where, like emergency situations. But either way, I'm sensing that you definitely like to take care of people. So that might be your profession. You may be a carer, a nurse, or a doctor, or a police person, policewoman, policeman, doesn't matter. But something where maybe the services, or where you are feeling like you're helping people in some way, you're nurturing, and you definitely are very practical. So maybe you enjoy to just do the practical things for people and feel like you need to feel like you're making a physical difference, and maybe even a mental difference. You could be a mental health nurse, or you could work in the mental health sector, you know, working on yourself with your own mental health concerns at times. Again, especially if you have that anger or the ruminating or going round and round, you may need some advice. And that's the thing with these careers that come through as well, interior design, technology. It may be that you're seeking advice in one of these areas. Okay, maybe you feel like one of these areas is lacking, and this may be a message from your higher self that there might be someone out there that could help you through that. Or this is something that you need to focus on. It might be something that you've been ignoring, and if there's something that's coming through that is making sense and you've been pushing down, this might be your higher self is telling you, do not ignore it. Otherwise, I'm just going to give you a bigger and better sign, and it might not be for the better. So we then have interior designer as well. Yeah, so you might be an interior designer, you might very much get enjoyment from it. You might be someone that's just naturally very talented, seeing where things go. Maybe you are working on your house, or maybe that's giving something that gives you solitude, especially if you work in one of these areas, but then something else here resonates. Maybe it's something like an outside interest. It may be something your higher self is telling you that, you know, you're doing so much with your time, but if you put a little bit of energy into this area that you've been lacking, it could actually be more fruitful than you thought. Technology as well, so you might be very naturally good with technology and technical things. Getting a lot of Gemini energy come through now, so you may resonate with that sign. But I think this is definitely about being honest with yourself, honest about what you want from your life, what you want from a partner and a soulmate, quite possibly. Maybe this was a realization this wasn't the soulmate that you thought they were. Maybe that this is a twin flame energy, or that you're now ready to move on to someone else, or maybe you are still set that this person is your soulmate, and maybe they are, okay? Only you know that, truly. So I do feel like this is something that is on the forefront of your mind, and I think all of the action that you're now going to take is going to lead you on the path either back to this person or towards a soulmate, to someone where there is that reciprocal energy and it is secure and it is safe, and there's a level of friendship and there's a lot of nurturing there, because you have so much love to give, but you need to have that love given back to you. There needs to be reciprocity, which I don't feel like you may have experienced a lot of the time through relationships. But it may be that there are other areas in your life that need to have your time and attention and focus at this moment, and then the soulmate will come. Because the soulmate card, even here, it's in the future position. So it's like the soulmate energy is coming, but this stuff, all of these details here need to be finalized and worked through first before you can feel in a vibrational place and a match to this person. So I do hope that this resonates, and I hope that it makes sense. And please let me know down in the comments below if it does. And please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading today. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care.